It was great to see some of you in person at the Welcome to Summer Barbecue. And for those of you who are unable to attend, it is hard to believe that it will be our third virtual AGM, which has some benefits, but overall it has been another year where we all miss being together in the same room. It is my pleasure to provide a few operational updates for the year, progress on our collective work in the pursuit of our strategic directions, as well as a brief look ahead to 2022-2023. The pandemic continues to impact everything we do, and I wanted to start by thanking members and their families, siblings, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, and more. You have all been so resilient and generous through these challenging times. We have all learned together and gone through the changes and uncertainty. We know it has not been easy for any of you, and I wanted to recognize your efforts. You have been kind, understanding, patient, and persistent over the last year. We know the pandemic is not over, but we hope that the coming year we'll be able to return to some more normal times. But if whether it is tornadoes, derechos, or pandemics, we know that we will be there for each other. The staff team has always been dependable and reliable, and continues to learn and improve even under the challenging circumstances throughout 21-22. Be it professional or personal, our team members are all found a way to navigate high levels of anxiety, sadness, and frustration. Your continued resolve and determination to be creative and find ways to support people to be safe, healthy, and connected has been appreciated and has exceeded any reasonable expectations. We have had several staffing changes over the year. We said goodbye to Liam Pignat and Carolyn Mills, as well as long-serving senior staff member Allison Morris. We have welcomed Roberta McKenna back to the team, supporting intake and providing administrative support. On the employment team, we have welcomed Sarah, Richard, Neil, and Katie. Maggie, Sydney, Tiana, Carrie-Ann, Roberto, and Michaela are all great additions to the supported independent living team. Congratulations to Rebecca Coxon, who has replaced Allison in a team lead role. Thank you to our board members, Danny, Kate, Robin, Kathy, Carol, Andrea, and John. You have all had to navigate the challenges of pandemic and have continued to provide consistent support and leadership, helping LiveWorkPlay to successfully navigate through this pandemic. Thank you for sticking by us. You have somehow found extra time for your own personal and professional lives to support LiveWorkPlay, and it is greatly appreciated. We hope to gather in person so you can all meet each other in person. And to the volunteers, your flexibility, adaptability, and availability to continue deepening relationships with our members by offering connection through virtual and in-person meetups has been a true gift. This has not only benefited the individuals you spend time with, but it has also offered reassurances and a true representation of being in this together for families and staff alike. To our community partners, we've been able to spend a little bit of collaborative time with some of you online, but certainly it is not enough. We are looking forward to more time with you and engaging in our shared objectives for building a more inclusive Ottawa. Here are the basics, just a general operational update. During the past year, we supported over 200 individuals, and some with more than one type of service. That's why adding up the numbers below will give you a total of more than 300 people. 60 of the individuals we support received help to live successfully in homes of their own. Supports have been provided in person as well as remotely. Over the last year, we have supported 87 individuals with community connecting, with over 80 one-to-one matches, virtual meetups offered 3 times a week, and a return to weekly in-person Friday night meetups as restrictions lifted, all with the aim of keeping people connected. We could not do this work without dedication and commitment of over 140 volunteers and the addition of 15 new volunteers this year. The employment team has supported over 200 individuals in various stages of employment, securing 40 new jobs that have lasted 13 weeks or longer and supported the retention of over 140 jobs. We know that with the end of the pandemic in sight, that everyone we support is looking to get back to more normal ways of living their lives, and we all look forward to supporting you to get safely out in the community as the reopening continues. Supporting our staff and sustainability. This time last year, I was reporting on the downsizing of our office space. This decision has served us well. We continue to have a dedicated office space at 2197 Riverside, where staff can drop in to work between appointments, pick up supplies, and host small meetings. This year, we have made 2 significant investments in how we operate internally. LiveWorkPlay has hired charity accounts take over the day-to-day bookkeeping and accounting duties previously delivered by co-leader Julie Kingston. We started this transition in the summer of 2021. As part of the process, we were able to digitize financial processes, making it paperless and more streamlined for staff to submit mileage and expense remittances. This transition has also strengthened our internal control procedures and enabled the auditor to complete the audit remotely, as all documentation is now easily available in the QuickBooks cloud. The outsourcing and digitization of processes supported a more sustainable workload for Julie, so she can focus more on other important work. This transition also helps the organization with overall future sustainability by ensuring that the Director of Operations position has a more realistic set of duties. The second investment LiveWorkPlay made this year was streamlining and strengthening our virtual office for staff, which includes 24/7 technology support to ensure technology is never a barrier to getting work done. We are also working with charity accounts for our IT needs, and this created an integrated communication hub and shared document library using MS Teams by phone, video, and messaging channels, and SharePoint as our secure cloud. All staff were trained and had one-on-one sessions with charity accounts to ensure that all elements were understood and working properly for them. In addition to this, all staff now have access to 24/7 tech support should their devices, computers, or phone need attention, updates, or any troubleshooting that is needed. Keenan was previously providing tech support to staff, and given the size of the current staff team, this has become unsustainable alongside his other duties. The contract with charity accounts for technology support ensures that staff receive timely and individualized support, which allows Keenan to attend to other priorities and have peace of mind that he does not need to be prepared to troubleshoot technology problems on a daily basis. In January 2022, the City of Ottawa announced a 5-year contribution agreement of $75,000 per year to cover expenses related to the central administration of the LiveWorkPlay organization. This will be used to pay for the ongoing annual expenses related to the outsourcing of financial and technology supports. An update on our strategic directions. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, for the entire 2021 mandate, the organization has been heavily invested in the safety and support of members, families, staff, and volunteers. Many of the activities related to the strategic work in terms of governance as well as operations were postponed, delayed, or reduced. We look forward to re-engaging more fully with our strategic plan in 22-23. However, progress was made, and below are some relevant updates. So strategic direction number 1, just enough support, scaling up living and community supports using our just enough support approach. Much of our work this year with our performance coach, David Chalmers, was learning how to articulate and formalize how the just enough support approach is implemented and how to document and evaluate service excellence. We hope that in the fall, we will be able to test what David calls the look-fors, the outcomes that are important to look for in areas related to support for health, safety, security, community, and natural relationships, as well as overall service excellence. By this time next year, we hope to have the completed framework to share. Strategic direction number 2, employment, scaling up participation in the inclusive labor market development. Despite the impact of COVID-19 pandemic, there was significant progress in this area. Ready, Willing, and Able, a national employment initiative led by Inclusion Canada and Community Living Ontario, has added additional resources in Ottawa as of February 2022. And so far, this has led to 4 jobs for job seekers supported by LiveWorkPlay. We have also secured funding from Ready, Willing, and Able to support youth job seekers to obtain summer employment. LiveWorkPlay continues to prepare for the provincial employment transformation. In the fall, the new Employment Service System Manager, otherwise called SSM, for the Ottawa area will be chosen. We will have been actively contributing to the Youth Services Bureau bid to become the SSM, as well as meeting with other potential applicants to ensure that no matter who becomes the SSM in Ottawa, LiveWorkPlay will be a valued employment supports provider for the future. LiveWorkPlay provided 6 training sessions to the government of New Brunswick, which is looking to replicate LiveWorkPlay's employment support model used so successfully with the Public Service of Canada. We have been engaged in ongoing discussions with the Treasury Board of Canada to scale up hiring and necessary supports to recruit, hire, and include employees with intellectual disabilities and autistic job seekers across the federal public service. The employment team has redesigned and refined the inclusion workshop that is offered to employers. This workshop has also been adapted and offered virtually during the pandemic. supporting workplaces and employees with the use of technology and strategies on how to successfully support employees with intellectual disabilities and autistic persons to work from home has also been a success worthy of note. Strategic direction number 3, knowledge development and transfer. Create and share practical knowledge regarding just enough support, person-centered organizational development, employment outcomes, and partnerships. This also includes fee-for-service consulting and training as a revenue-generating social enterprise that supports the organization's mission. The activities under this strategic direction have taken a backseat due to the pandemic, but we are excited to report that we have received a $75,000 grant from the Ontario Trillium Foundation to develop training modules and an e-learning platform. These modules will be used to enhance our internal training needs as well as for use with external audiences. We have started mapping out the modules and content, and we'll be working in the upcoming year to have the training sessions produced and available via an online platform. Strategic direction number 4, community first, providing leadership in building engaged and inclusive communities. During the pandemic, the team has initiated and supported community development in a variety of ways, including the following. LiveWorkPlay is a partner in the newly announced residential rental community being developed by DREAM and Multi-Faith Housing Initiative at LeBreton Flats. A total of 601 rental units are being built. MHI, Multi-Faith Housing Initiative, is responsible for 130 affordable units, as well as providing community animation for the entire development. And LiveWorkPlay will support 8 individuals with intellectual disabilities to live in the new community. Estimated occupancy is 2025. LiveWorkPlay is working closely with colleagues of the Ottawa Developmental Services Network, otherwise known as ODSN, to leverage resources and collaborate more, which led to a year of joint training initiatives. We hope organizations will be able to work on future joint projects that will reduce barriers to accessing health and mental health supports, increasing access to affordable housing, and better outcomes in recreation and leisure activities. So looking ahead to 2022-2023, MCCSS continues to provide updates on the Developmental Services Reform Framework entitled Journey to Belonging, Choice and Inclusion. The Province of Ontario has contracted KPMG conduct a costing study that will help inform MCCSS on the per unit cost of support and services, which will be used in part to inform the development of a new funding model, which is part of the Developmental Services Reform. LiveWorkPlay is actively participating in these processes, as well as engaging with partner networks such as Community Living Ontario and From Presence to Citizenship. So in closing, it's been quite a year for all of us, with lots of learning and ups and downs. We are hopeful that COVID-19 will continue to recede and that the fall and winter will continue without significant disruptions. If that is the case, we hope to see you all in person at the Welcome Back Family Feast in the fall.